Hey everybody, ScooterMike.TheCharterPilot here. So, well, she's dirty. I was out riding in the rain yesterday. So we've got about 1,000 miles on her. And I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think after the first 1,000 miles of riding the Can-Am Spyder. So we'll hop on, get her started, and we'll talk about it soon. Okay, so 800, I was wrong about my mileage estimates, 825 miles I have on the bike. And the short answer to the question is, do I like the bike? The short answer is yes. I actually love the bike. I actually like it better than I thought I would. There are a few things I don't like about it. Nothing's perfect. So let's start with the things that I don't like, because that's a short list. I really like most of the things about this bike. I'm fairly happy with my purchase. Actually, I'm very happy with my purchase. So, what do I not like about it? Well, let's see. There's a mode switch on the left-hand grip that you use to change from eco mode to standard mode. Eco mode gives you better gas mileage, less acceleration, and that's all fine and dandy. But as soon as you turn the bike on, you've got to hit that mode switch to acknowledge that you've read the safety card. And I find that a bit annoying if I'm in a hurry. I'm trying to start the bike. I'm going, why won't this thing start? And I'm like, oh yeah, I got to hit the mode switch. I don't know. I think that's kind of a pain. I haven't come across any other bikes that you have to do that with. I think this is the only one I'm aware of. Next thing I don't like about it is, on the right screen, there's this Brp Connect System. In theory, it's great. What's supposed to happen is you're supposed to be able to connect the bike to your phone, and then you should be able to navigate the bike through your phone on the screen on the right side, as well as access to your music. If you have a Fobo tire pressure system, you should be able to access the tire pressure and all these really neat things. It's supposed to function kind of like Apple CarPlay. Well, it doesn't. It's not very user-friendly. I find it a bit of a pain to use. It seems like that the bike is trying to connect to that system, even when I'm trying to connect to my Cardo system through my helmet. So even if I turn the bike off, it's constantly disconnecting my helmet and connecting my helmet to the bike. It is not user friendly. It's kind of a pain to use. It's much better just to put your phone on a mount, navigate with your phone, you have your music with your phone, and connect your phone to a device on your helmet like Cardo. I've said Cardo a few times. I'll probably say it a few more times. It's a fantastic system. I'm really happy with the Cardo system. Let's see. The next thing I don't like is the gas mileage. It uses a lot of gas. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on your perspective and what you're used to. Right now I'm driving electric cars that don't use any gas at all, and I have free charge in the evening, so it's not costing me anything to drive my cars. And prior to that, I was driving hybrid cars, so they were getting, 50 to 55 miles per gallon. So I'm used to having vehicles that get high gas mileage. This one's getting about, I don't know, between 27 and 30 miles per gallon, and it does take premium gas. So it takes a couple pennies to fill it up. It's a toy. I get it. I know it's going to cost something to operate it, but it was a little bit of a shock just to think about just how much it does take to operate it. Because I'm used to riding motorcycles, and motorcycles, at least the bikes that I've had, they don't really use a lot of gas. They're really cheap to operate. This is not that cheap to operate. Next thing I don't like about it is the size of the bike. It's pretty large. I mean, I like it for riding, but when you're trying to store it, it's kind of big. I mean, it's going to take up a little bit of space in your garage. You know, of course, I guess I've had to rent a storage facility to accommodate my toys. I know things could be worse in life, but anyway, it does take up a lot of space. So if you're going to get one, you need to have some space in your garage. The last thing is the mechanical fit and finish. I'm not sure whether I would blame BRP for this or whether I blame the dealership that put it together. I'm thinking the dealership that put together would be the problem. But as you know, if you've seen my previous videos, you know I had some issues with it. I had some issues with the muffler. It took a long time to get resolved. But they did resolve them finally, and that's done. And then I was out about a week ago for a ride, and it was really cold, and I thought, well, I've got seat warmers, I'll turn them on. Seat warmer wasn't working. Then I had my son on the back of the bike with me yesterday. He's like, Dad, the seat warmer's on. I looked at his switch, I'm like, no, the seat warmer's not on. He's like, yeah, no, it is, I know it's on. I looked at my switch, I'm like, well, my switch is on, but I'm not getting any heat. I said, okay, well, let me turn mine off and you turn yours on. Sure enough, my seat got hot. The wires are crossed. I've got to get back into service for them to fix that. It's a little nitpicky, and I know there are things that happen, there are bugs with new products, but I got to tell you, I hate to say it, but with Suzuki's and Hondas and Kawasaki's, I never had any problems with those bikes. I mean none. I mean not one. I don't want to be all negative Nancy on you here. I don't want to sound like I don't like the bike. I actually love the bike. It is a really comfortable bike. I think that's what I like most about it. It's big, it's heavy, it's comfortable. It feels like it was designed to go cross country, and I think it's gonna live up to those expectations. I like that it has cruise control. I like that it has heated grips. I like that the seat is heated. What I really like is the leg room on this bike. I can't really show it because of the camera angles, but I can stretch my legs all the way out. I'm about 5 foot 8 inches, and I can't completely stretch my legs out, but pretty darn close to it. I don't think I'm going to have any issues getting cramped up on a long trip. So I kind of got interested in Spyders from watching Coach Bob 3. I'll leave his link down below. But one of the reasons I got the Spyder were for similar reasons to his, a little bit different, but they regard my spouse. I wanted to be able to take trips with her on the back of the bike. She's happy to ride on a two-wheel bike, but I find it myself a little stressful. I'm concerned about, you know, being on a heavy bike at a light, lose my balance, and then have us both fall. So having the Spyder alleviates all of that. It's quite comfortable for the second passenger on here. She's ridden on the back, my son's ridden on the back, and they both say it's so comfortable they can almost fall asleep on the bike. It's so good. So for two-up riding and cross-country riding, I don't think you can beat this bike on it. So in a nutshell, having bought a Spyder, if I had the chance to do it all over again, would I get one? Absolutely. I love riding this bike as much as I did the first day I bought this bike. I can't wait to get out on it. I want to ride it every opportunity that I have, and I think it's kind of one of those things where you just have to experience it to understand it. It's hard to describe just how enjoyable it is to ride this bike, but this bike is by far the most enjoyable bike I've ever ridden. That doesn't mean that I've given up riding two-wheel bikes. I still like riding two-wheel bikes, and it has a place in my life, and I have a two-wheel bike, and I'm gonna keep riding that bike. But for cruising long distances, I just don't think you can beat this machine. I really don't. So So anyway, thanks for coming out with me on this short ride. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and we're going to talk to you real soon. Take care now. See ya. Bye.